Senator Elizabeth Warren says crypto could solve big banks' enormous failure to not serve millions of low-income Americans. It says that Elizabeth Warren, a vocal advocate for more regulation of the nascent cryptocurrencies, said Wednesday digital currencies, and particularly those issued by central banks, could help introduce the millions of low-income Americans who've gone long without bank accounts to the broader U.S. financial system, seemingly signaling support for cryptocurrency offering that's picking up steam in Washington. Uh, Speaking to CNBC's Squawk Box, Warren, who sits on the Senate's Banking and Finance Committees, said cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies, otherwise known as CBDCs, may be the answer to the enormous failure by big banks to reach consumers. Warren said cryptocurrencies have extremely low transactions costs, could make it a viable means of exchange for 15 million Americans who, according to the Federal Reserve, don't have a bank account and must therefore pay intermediaries when they get their checks cashed or when they go to pay their bills. Warren emphasized her concern about cryptocurrencies center on bad actors and not the space itself, saying a wholly unintegrated market has allowed big guys to take advantage of small investors and taxpayers, a jab at the market's outsized retail interest, and unprecedented volatility. Unprecedented. I don't think it's necessarily unprecedented. We had like what, a 45% drop or something like that from the all-time highs. That's not necessarily unprecedented for cryptocurrency, but I mean this is kind of where it comes down to, you know, people not necessarily wholly knowing about the cryptocurrency space, because as you can see, you know, essentially from what I can tell is that, you know, Warren essentially is completely flipped from what we were talking about, you know, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago when we were talking about, you know, all the FUD that was going around, Warren was saying that we need more regulation. She wasn't basically, I don't recall her saying anything about how it would be good for the you know, for the low income citizens. And now all of a sudden she's like, oh, well, I think the cryptocurrency market and CBDCs will, you know, heavily benefit the low income, you know, consumers. And, you know, you've noticed how there's been this, you know, transition from FUD to, you know, these, I guess, like these hopium articles. But honestly, when it comes to this, I feel like realistically, when she says cryptocurrencies and CBDCs, realistically, she's more or less talking about CBDCs. She's, you know, talking about people having, you know, just like, you know, digital currency banking, you know, and it's all just done through their phone and they don't have to go into the banks and all that and this, that, and another. And it's just like realistically, I mean, you know, they don't have, no one has to wait on the CBDCs. And I think that's the whole reason why she throws in cryptocurrencies, is because she doesn't want to, you know, she wants to make sure that she covers her bases, because technically you can already do that with cryptocurrencies as is. It's a little bit more difficult when it comes to the whole, you know, not having a bank thing, but you know, there are ways to do it. I can say that much.